Hi everyone, thank you for joining in. I would like to present you my review of the Audio-Technica ATH CKS50TW True Wireless in-ear headphones. So without further ado, let's start from unboxing. It comes packed in quite simple carton box. Here on the back side of the box we've got most of the necessary information regarding this model. 50 hours battery life, extensive number of codec support. Looking good from the first sight. So let's open it up. We've got here charging box with the headphones inside. Further, USB-A to USB-C charging cable. Also, small carton box with 3 different sizes of ear tips. And thick pack of paper printed manuals and warranty in different languages. Has a nice matte finish, sort of silky smooth feeling to it. Audio-Technica ATH CKS50TW capable of maximum of 24-bit 48 kHz. APTX Adaptive, very much a high resolution, therefore I could enjoy a real high quality audio. For the optimal performance and comfort of the headset, Audio-Technica recommends to use it with Audio-Technica Companion portable app, which is available on both platforms, iOS and Android. In order to improve or adjust, as I would say, audio signature of these earphones, one can use EQ settings in Companion app. Looking closer at the ear tips, it looks like it was specially designed for this particular model or series. As you can see, it made out of 2 pieces. To my knowledge, that signifies a better or premium quality. Altogether we've got here 4 pairs of ear tips, large, medium, small and extra small. After some trying outs, I found that medium size would be a perfect fit for me personally. I have to say that usually I'm using large sized ear tips on other models from the other manufacturers. The USB-C to USB-A cable is quite short, seems to be one of the better quality. No surprises here, as I can see from the first sight. And finally, here is a precious box. Speaking of which, it is indeed rather large comparing to the other true wireless headsets, but I have to remind you that this Audio-Technica has a whopping up to 50 hours battery life. On the front side we've got 4 little white LED indicators, which is lighting up every time you open or close the box. Those 4 indicators signifying the level of charge. It is 25, 50, 75 or 100%. Let's take a closer look at the earphones itself. Made completely out of plastic, it could look kinda massive for some people, but to my own experience, it was absolutely fine and even more comfortable than much smaller, so to say, constructions. Great experience overall. This is not the first pair of true wireless earphones I've had an experience with, so I would love to compare it to some other ones. To be exact, to one of the OneMore and one of the SoundCore. As you can see, SoundCore charging box is slightly smaller than the Audio-Technica, but actually it is not really that much of a difference, just different shape. Here is OneMore charging box, which is obviously much smaller, but it also has a much smaller battery, therefore battery life. On the earpiece itself we've got 1 white LED light, multifunctional knob which is easy to reach and remember its placement. One can control playback with different patterns of clicks, which is also user assignable in Companion app. The quality of Bluetooth audio reproduction is not equal from device to device. Some of the phones and tablets performs better than the others. As for example, AAC works well on iOS but not really good on most of Android devices. And aptX does not exist in Apple ecosystem, but it is standard for Bluetooth audio on Android. In order to test it, I've tried it out with a couple of quite regular devices like iPhone, Galaxy S, Moto G, Galaxy Tablet and iPad Pro. The Audio-Technica headphones companion app is almost identical on Android and iOS. The only difference would be the number of types of codecs you can use these headphones with. One can choose between aptX, AAC, SBC and aptX Adaptive, whereas music can be streamed with different adaptive bit rates, which can go natively to 24-bit 48 kHz, in case if your source file originally is in 24-bit format. Right away I have to say that at this point iOS does not support 24-bit Bluetooth audio streaming. It limited to AAC only 250 kilobits, so in my opinion audio streaming quality on iOS is not really looking promising. But it sounds actually very well, punchy, dynamic and overall quite natural. It is because of AAC codec requires significant amount of processing power, as it's very well known, and iOS is capable to support it in the very best way. Right out of the box with so-called flat EQ, earphones sound a bit more on the warm, darker side, with extension in bass and slightly recessed middle. Even if it sounds more of the darker side, the sound is very dynamic, detailed and powerful. Highs I slightly softened, as I would say, no spiky cymbals here. In general, very pleasing and comfortable sound with warm signature. Also very important to say that Audio-Technica ATH CKS50TW placing sound seen rather in front of your face than inside of your head, as many others in ears, which is to my understanding is a quite significant positive difference. So let's take it outside for a walk. Nobody has to stay home if there is such a beautiful summer day. From my experience, noise cancelling on ATH CKS50TW works quite well during commuting. It is not really meant to be used during running or cycling outdoors, but it works very well in public transport, places like metro, buses or airplanes. Hear-through feature also works well. Regarding outdoor activities, I have to say that ATH CKS50TW design makes it capable of blocking most of the outside noises naturally, without any help of A and C. I admire comfort and usability of it. In order to test audio quality, I decided to use high-resolution audio files played on PowerAmp app for Android. It is very popular and very capable Android-only music player app, which supports all music formats. I'm using it quite often with all my Android devices. It always works, very reliable. So let's listen. Lana Del Rey, Blue Banisters, ultimately beautiful track from one of my most favorite artists in 24-bit 96 kHz, streamed in APTX 300 kilobits per second. Her voice sounds good, exact and detailed, leading the band and not hiding beside instruments, so to say, as it could happen on some lower quality audio systems. Dire Straits, Where Do You Think You're Going? Freshly 2022 remastered classic pop rock from a legendary band in 24-bit 192 kHz FLAC version streamed in APTX around 300 kilobits per second. It sounds detailed with very good dynamic. Drum kit and cymbals sound powerful and precise. Also would like to point out that I did not have any feeling of digital copy, so to say. It all just sounds nice, warm and comfortable. Lana Del Rey latest Body's Rendezvous, 24-bit 192 kHz, was actually the only song I could stream in real 24-bit with APTX Adaptive. Unfortunately, many phones does not support APTX Adaptive at this point, so it is not always available, but happily for me I've got myself one of the latest Motorola devices with Android 12. As you can see here, it has a system-built recognition of true wireless and support of APTX Adaptive. So that is why only latest work of Lana Del Rey I could stream in real 24-bit. To my ears, APTX Adaptive sounds a bit more focused, more detailed, and I like it a lot, obviously. Audio-Technica ATH CKS50 True Wireless is a very interesting and very capable pair of true wireless earphones. Real future-proofed one due to industry-leading battery life, sound quality, functionality and comfort. And that would be all for now. Thank you for joining in. Thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe and see you all next time.